What's it like to use the assault marine? Well, something like this.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
It's coming for you, boy. You better spread your ass for me, boy.
Welcome back to Pixel Quest, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play the Assault Marine class in its most effective way. Later on, I'm also going to share what the best weapon is for this class, so stick around for that. And folks, if you enjoy my videos and find them even slightly useful, go ahead, smash and like that button and subscribe. The Emperor demands it, and trust me, you don't want to piss him off. Alright, let's get stuck in. Assault Marines are Space Marines equipped with jump packs and close combat weaponry, functioning as close quarter shock troopers. The idea here is to catch your opponent off guard and overwhelm them with your powerful melee weapon. Except that isn't always going to play out the way you think it will. You see, the Assault Marine is the highest learning curve so far in my opinion. You're not as tanky as other classes, so don't get cocky and dive into a long firefight. Your armor won't last. I am mostly using the pistol to try and break the armor or just help weaken the enemies for my team, and I'm being more aware of my positioning while I'm doing all that, so that when an opportunity presents itself to Hulk smash, that I did it from a concealed or prime position. Now, since I brought up the pistol, there are things to note. The bolt pistol hits hard, but it only has a 12 round mag, and the heavy bolt pistol slaps harder than a pissed off Irish mother, but it has only an 8 round mag. So unless every shot is a bullseye, you won't kill your enemy before the clip runs dry. And let's face it, you don't want to be that guy who finishes too quickly. Trust me, I know. So, how did I overcome this? And what did I find was the best method to use this class effectively? Try and view the Assault Marine as an opportunistic hunter. You want to catch them off guard and then strike. I found myself trying to position in different kind of cover and usually in my opponent's blind spots. So, one way is to flank the enemy and run the other side of the map when you spawn. So gauge which direction your team is running towards, where the action is, and go the opposite way. Then come up behind or beside and then jump up, charge up the attack for maximum damage, be sure to aim at the top of the enemy's head, and then perform the ground pound attack. You're guaranteed to kill any other player with a direct hit, and greatly weaken the likes of the Bulwark and the Heavy. Now, even if you miss them, you will have fucked them up bad enough, and you can quickly follow up with repeated strikes. So say you miss them, and before you can follow up they evade and roll away. Well then dash after them with the jump pack, and when you dash and melee together, it's a powerful dash strike that has great opportunities to follow up with more attacks. But usually you should have finished them off with that dash attack. The only thing that can really shit on your parade is if you try this in a room or hallway with all 6 enemy players. Like, you're toast. You're fucked after you drop the first guy. So unless you can jump pack out of there again, they'll smoke you. Another effective playstyle is a fast overwhelming strike from cover. This one is my personal favourite. The beauty of this game is the third person view. Like most third person shooters, you can peek around corners without being seen. So use that to your advantage. It's like watching someone undress through a slightly open door. Creepy, but useful.
Yeah, boy.
When your enemy is close enough, jump up, charge and smash them hard. They'll never see it coming. Just be careful not to overdo it in the same spot, or they'll be coming for revenge. So disengage and move on. Always keep them guessing. Also, get comfortable seeking high perches to get a vantage point from. Use the high ground. It worked for Obi-Wan, trust me.
Hello there.
When engaging in combat, use the jetpack to close the gaps. You get 3 uses before it runs out, and the pack needs to recharge from 0, so don't be afraid to use them. They charge quick enough. To summarise, don't be that guy who charges into a room with his dick swinging, thinking he's going to own the place. That's how you get killed. Be a bit of a sneaky rat, use cover, take the high ground, surprise your enemy, score the kill. As for grenades, it doesn't really matter what one you pick. The idea here is that you can just lob the grenade in the direction of the enemies and get them to evade it by rolling away. When they're in the middle of the roll, they won't have seen you jump up in the air, so it's a great way to distract them, setting you up for the perfect ground pound. And look, if the grenade happens to kill them in the process, you're still winning. But for me personally, I'm going to equip the shock grenade. Its ability to blind the opponent as well as slow them down. Sure, it's just setting up the perfect shot. Now, moving on. Let's talk about the best melee weapon for the assault class, but a quick note. PvP is very different from PvE. In PvE, you can upgrade weapons and perks, but in PvP, there are no perks, and all weapons have set stats. So everything I'm about to say is based on PvP. Now, the Chainsword, Thunderhammer and Power Fist are your 3 melee weapons of choice, and the Heavy Bolt Pistol and Bolt Pistol are your secondaries. There are no primary weapons for this class. I found the Chainsword to be the most balanced. With a strength of 5+ and a speed of 4+, it hits hard enough while letting you strike fast. It has a cleave potential of 4, so it will have good splash damage to other players. The key is to hit burst and you will win the fight. In a ground pound attack, the Chainsword deals enough damage to nearly kill weaker enemies, but the tougher ones you'll need to follow up fast. You honestly couldn't ask for a better starter melee weapon. Now, the Thunderhammer. This thing is a beast, an unwieldy breaker of souls. It's like a BDSM session gone wrong, slow, heavy and painful. It has a strength of 4+ and a speed of 3+, but its cleave potential of 6 is where it shines. When charged up, it can break a heavy class in one hit, leaving them on their knees ready for you to finish them off. But the downside is the weight. This hammer swings slow, so if your enemy keeps rolling away, you're screwed. Sure, you can dash toward them with the jump pack, but if you miss, you'll be left swinging in the wind, and wide open for a counterattack. Finally, the Power Fist. Strength, speed and cleave are all 4+, so on paper it's balanced, but in my opinion, it's more disappointing than a first date that ends with a handshake. It's not great in PvP. It's slow and its follow-up attack lacks the smack that the Thunderhammer can deliver. It has a long charge up time, and while it hits hard, it's still lacking something that warrants it being the last unlock for the assault class. I hope the devs can do something about this in an update, increase the damage or the cleave potential by maybe like 1 or 2 points each, maybe decrease the wind up time. Not sure, but they need to sort it out for sure. So, I recommend the Chainsword. It has power and speed, making it the ideal weapon for the assault to start out with. And what's great is there's no grind to get it because you have it from the beginning. It will help you learn the movement mechanics of this class and still be effective. But I'm personally going to keep using the Thunderhammer. When you pull off a great kill or two with that, it is far too satisfying. It's more fun for sure, so I'm going to stick it out and master it. And there you have it, folks. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you got some value out of this, so stay tuned for future uploads. I'm already putting together the Bulwark and a Heavy Stay tuned for future uploads, as I'm already putting together the Bulwark and the Heavy how-to. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss an update. Until then, good luck.